Welcome back to the channel, my friend. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's official prices. This video is sponsored by the Game Bunker. More on that later. Alright, so we got the Sunday preview. We got a bunch of awesome new stuff coming out this week, some of it very long awaited, and then we got the official prices to go along with it in USD and Canadian dollars. Sunday preview, Helsmiths of Hashut and Necromunda Enforcers. The signs have long been there for those keen enough to see. Rumblings in the dark artifacts of unique providence, heralding the arrival of the Helsmiths of Hashut. Now they leave their ziggurats with only one thought in their minds: total domination. With an army set that doubles as a complete Spearhead force, the Zeradron are on the move. Alongside them come two other eagerly awaited Spearhead forces, while a precinct fortress worth of aggressively authoritarian law officers get the dispatch call on Necromunda. Alright, so we got a bunch of cool stuff. Let's take a look. So first off, we have the brand new Helsmiths of Hashut army set. So we got a brand new faction coming to Age of Sigmar, the Chaos Dwarves or Helsmiths of Hashut. And this box set is going to have the new battle tome, the cards, your first access to the models, including an actual Spearhead. And the Helsmiths of Hashut army set is going to be limited time only, so it's going to be available while stocks last. Probably going to sell out very quickly, and it is coming in at $200 USD or $240 Canadian. So it includes the battle tome and the cards, which are normally going to run about $95. So you're basically getting the Spearhead on top of that for another $105. Typically Spearhead's going to come in at $140, so you're going to be saving about $35 over MSRP picking up this box set. The codex and cards for this box set will be the same contents that are available later, but they'll be coming like a month or so down the road. And then they're also going to have like different art. So always nice to pick up the launch army box sets. Nice savings over retail. Definitely going to be picking up this. The Mortal Realms quake as the Helsmiths of Hashut march forth to dominate all who stand against the Bullfather. With the technology to extract demons from the realm of chaos and turn them into baleful weapons, these tyrannical Durridin desire nothing less than total control over everything they see, and will raise entire continents to achieve primacy. Containing 14 brand new miniatures and available only while stocks last, the Helsmiths of Hashut army set can be used right out of the box as the Hellforge host Spearhead. You get a War Despot, Lord of Ziggurats Royal Clans, a unit of 10 Infernal Cohort with Hashutite Spears accompanied by hobgrot Ground Carrier, and 2 Demon Fire-powered War Machines. The Dominator engine is a walking effigy of Hashut, armed with immolation cannons to incinerate enemies with chaotic flames. The Tormentor Bombard pummels foes from afar with shells imbued with ruinous energy. The Infernal Cohort, Dominator engine, and Tormentor Bombard all have alternative builds, but to play the Spearhead, you want to match the listed contents. Alright, and here we can see the models inside. So here's our character, very, very cool. And then we have like our basic troopers right here. And then of course we have the demon engine, absolutely amazing. And then finally we have the bombard. So each of these like bigger kits has an alternative build, but like they were saying for the actual rules in Spearhead, you're not going to have the option to swap for the alternative build. You want to use them as is. But what I've found in the past is you can basically build them however you want, and then they're just going to have these set rules that are available in Spearhead. But most people are not going to care if you build the alternative option as long as you're using the rules that are balanced for the game. Alright, and then next we have the Spearhead Deathrattle Tomb Host. So this is going to be coming in at $145 USD or $175 Canadian. And this is the new Spearhead for the Deathrattle. So you're going to get 5 of the Knights, you're going to get 20 of the Deathrattle Skeletons or 2 boxes, and then you're also going to get the White King on foot. The Undead Warriors of the Barrow Kingdoms overwhelm enemies in a tide of tarnished metal and bleached bone, their mighty White Kings having pledged eternal loyalty to the Soulblight Vampires. The Deathrattle Tomb Host is a martial force comprising 2 units of 10 Deathrattle Skeletons, 10 Elite Barrow Guard, and 5 Barrow Knights, led by a venerable White King who can empower his followers in combat. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice the Barrow Guard kind of sneaking in here at the front. They are slightly more heavily armored with a cool new helmet, and they're like the new kit equivalent of the old Crypt Guard. So really nice box set right here. Definitely a nice starting force if you're looking for the skeleton army. Now a quick word from today's sponsor, Game Bunker. Game Bunker carries a full range of Games Workshop products including miniatures, terrain, paint, tools, and more. Game Bunker offers 15% off MSRP for most Games Workshop products with the discount code WHMS. Receive free shipping in the continental United States on orders over $145. Online orders ship out within 24 hours. Game Bunker is a veteran-owned business. Use affiliate link below, enter discount code WHMS to save 15% on most items at checkout. For fast, friendly service with a discount on your favorite tabletop wargaming purchases, visit GameBunker.net and let them know that Warhammer Man sent you. And next we have the Spearhead Snarlpack Huntaz. So you got 2 of the chariots, you got a squad of 3 wolves, another squad of 3 wolves, and then one more squad of 3 wolves. And the big differentiation here with the wolves are these are the individual goblin riders on top of the less armored wolves. And then the two up front are like the double goblin riders on the more armored wolves. So the Spearhead Snarlpack Hunters, again coming in at $145 USD or $175 Canadian. The Git mobs chase the bully they call the Glareface Frazzlegit all across the mortal realms, soaking up its energy with enchanted metal weapons. The Snarlpack Hunters favor haste over combat prowess, a Snarl boss and his Wolfgit retinue hurling into battle alongside 2 units of 3 Snarlpack cavalry and 2 rickety but effective Sunstealer wheelers. So nice box set if you're looking for the wolf-themed Gloomspite Git's army. And then moving over to Necromunda, we have the Bastions of Law. So this is a new book that is specifically going to be focused in on the Palanite Enforcers. And the Bastions of Law is a hardback book for Necromunda coming in at $52 USD or $63 Canadian. And then we also have a couple of new box sets coming for the Palanite Enforcers. We have the Captains and Sergeants box set. So it's going to include 2 of the dogs and then dual builds for 3 different models. So you'll have 6 total infantry and then 2 dogs included in the set. It's going to be a plastic box set coming from Games Workshop. And this is coming in at $52 USD or $63 Canadian. And then we also have the Palanite Enforcers weapons and upgrades. So we got a bunch of plastic bits here to upgrade your models. We got special weapons like sniper rifles, flamers, all kinds of cool stuff here. We got some extra shields. We got some various different heads. Lots and lots of bits to customize your models with. And the Necromunda Enforcers weapon upgrade set is a plastic box coming in at $30 USD or $35 Canadian. And then we also had the Palanite Enforcers and Haunts. So these are like the Psycho equivalent for the Palanite Enforcers. And these are going to be direct only. And for whatever reason, they did not make it on the price list this week. And then we also had the Palanite Companions. So they got like the heavier coats on. They got some cool little plumes on their helmets. And once again, these are going to be coming direct only. So another forgeworld resin kit. And again, did not make it on the price list. And then we also have for the Necromunda Nomads Ashwing Helamites. So we got some more bugs coming. Very cool models right here. We got some optional builds, and you're going to get 2 of these in a plastic box set, and they're coming in at $52 USD or $63 Canadian. And then we also have the Bastions of Law Tactics cards and dice set as well. So first we have the Bastions of Law Tactics cards, and they're going to be coming in at $20.50 or $26 Canadian. And then we have the Bastions of Law Gang Dice set coming in at $20.50 or $26 Canadian. And then we also have coming on a made-to-order basis some of the old and classic Space Wolf models. So we can see a bunch of these models from way back in the day going to be reprinted on a made-to-order basis for a limited time only. So if you missed out on some of these cool classic models, you'll be able to pick them up direct from Games Workshop for a limited time only. There's going to be a 180-day or 6-month delay on these. Sometimes they'll arrive a little bit early, but just expect to pay for them and then get them about 6 months later. And then we also have coming direct from Games Workshop Saints of the Imperium Special Edition. So this is the 3-book set. It's going to be available only while stocks last. We'll go live on Saturday at 1 p.m. EST for pre-order. And if you are after one of these book sets, make sure to snag it up because they do tend to sell out very quickly. So lots of really cool stuff coming out this week. I am super stoked for the Helsmiths of Hashut army set. We got some new Spearheads as well. And then for all the people that have been waiting for the Palanite Enforcers to finally get their reinforcements, the time is almost here. So let me know what you're most excited about, what you're going to be picking up. Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. And as always, special thanks to the Game Bunker for sponsoring the channel. Check out the link in the description to save 15% on most Games Workshop products with code WHMS at checkout. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and the rise of the Chaos Dwarves is upon us. And I'm out of here.